Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Synthwave Hangout. This is episode 60, believe it or not, and a new trend we're doing this time around, this year, is not muting the mic during the intro, so you can hear a bunch of typing and coughing and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and, Dom, I want to thank you for suggesting that as a new way forward for us to make it more real, like you're in the studio with us.
Yeah, I want people to think that like we're in a bar or hanging out somewhere, so there's got to be the occasional,
Right.
Maybe I'll start like a side conversation with myself. Be like,
I should really take this up, like take up some like hobby like knitting this year, or like you're having some like argument with yourself in the middle of the show or something like that.
Just start having a conversation with my kids. Be like, I don't care. I want the poop cleaned up. You got to clean it up.
Right. And it's like, should I put it in your collection? Should I put it in your collection jar, Dad? Right? Or something like that. You're like, absolutely. Anyway, so we're back.
Can you put pants on? You're like, can you put pants on?
Right. It's just your kids in the background. Dad's not wearing pants again. Your wife's yelling at you.
Put up pants.
Right. Oh man! Wow, what an intro!
Don't tell me how to live.
Right, what an intro! What an intro to the show. I always feel like we set the stage great for our guests that we have on with the most bananas intro we can come up with.
Well, you know
randomly.
what it is like it's all downhill. You know what I mean? After that,
No. It's all uphill while the guest is on talking, and then when we talk, that's
well
when it's
for
downhill.
us. I'm saying for them, it's downhill. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's really nowhere to go but up, I guess. So I guess maybe it is uphill.
Right. Got to lower those expectations, right? For us, and we're like, oh, thank God.
That was my favorite Mad TV sketch.
What was?
Lowered expectations.
Oh, you know what? I never watched Mad TV. I mean, I've seen a few.
Mad TV had this thing where it was called Lowered Expectations, and what it was like one of those dating videotape things. You know what I'm talking about? Where people would like do the live camera videotape, and they would talk about themselves looking for a partner.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So this was like a take on. It was like a satire on that, but it was called Lowered Expectations.
I'll have to look it up.
It was really funny. Yeah.
I will have to look it up. But
it's probably not going to be as good now. But you know what I mean.
Right. Now that you've ruined it for me.
Well, no, I meant like it's just like it's not like modern. Like you know what I mean. Like it's very much like old humor.
Right. Well, I am old, so maybe
that's
it will
true.
land
We are old.
Right. I've been thinking of been trying to work our conversation into a segue, but everything we've ended on is negative. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Here's a positive.
It's like, you can't be like, speaking of lowered expectations or speaking of old.
Here's a positive. I woke up today. Here we go, guys. Look at that.
Positive. Man, me too. Well, speaking of waking up, you all can wake up with the wonderful sounds. There we go. Of our special guest today. Jess.
Oh, wait, hold on. Before you do that,
don't interrupt the intro.
Dave
don't
from Memory Design.
You interrupted the intro. And
sorry,
now we have to start the show over.
Ourselves.
No. We're going to start the stream over and everything.
Yep, right. Re-cue all the music again. We're good.
All right. So you were saying, I am Dave from Memory Design.
Yep. And I'm Dominic from Woren, also from Windows.
And Woren is very special this week, and we'll talk about that in a bit. And
that's what my mom always told me.
And today we have a very special guest, and that is Jess from Beachdolls. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing great. I'm doing fine.
You've survived through another one of our intros on the show, so I appreciate you still being here, being with us.
Didn't immediately hang up. That's good.
Right.
Get away. Not yet.
Not yet. That's the famous last words. Right. And then Dom and I spend the rest of the show like pretending there's technical problems and we can't hear you, right, or something like that because you're really gone. But
yeah, just disappear.
Let me adjust your level a little bit. I think you might be a bit quiet coming through. One thing that I do, we do the tests before, but we have music in the background of the show while the guests are talking. So I got to raise it up a little bit. So anyways, how are you doing? How's everything going?
I'm good. It's going good. I'm awake.
Yes.
Love to wake up to some good guitar.
Yeah.
Really exciting.
Yeah. A lot of guitar stuff actually on this whole list today. When I was going through I was like, wow, there's a lot of guitar music going on here. So, yeah, so it should be definitely fun. So, we want to definitely thank you for coming on the show, for making the time, for coming on early on a Saturday, which is, we always appreciate very, very much.
I love it. Thanks for having me. There's so many people here.
Oh yeah. It's
one of my favorites. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's one of the things that is so much fun about doing the show is the chat and hanging out with like great people every week, and Dom and I just type in weird stuff over and over again, I guess, in the chat, and it's a fun community, I guess you could say.
I love it.
Yeah, it's like it's nice because it's like it's become its own little like, community. So it's I don't know, it's special. It's good.
Yeah, no, it is. And there's some people that are back often, or every week and that kind of stuff, and new people pop in and you get to meet new people and everything like that. It's really fun. So, the question I always ask everybody who comes on as a guest is to talk a little bit about Beachdolls, about the Beachdolls project, about the music you make, and anything else you'd want to share with somebody that isn't familiar with you.
So that, again, like you said, it's a hard question.
Yep.
So I feel like this was a long time coming, kind of. I've done music my whole life, been in like a million bands, done a bunch of features and writing for other artists and EDM and stuff. And I always said, like, I'll never return to music unless I can do something synthwave or synthwave adjacent. So yeah, when I did this project, I wanted to blend like everything I've ever done together with synthwave, which is truly like the only thing I listen to at this point in my life. And so I wanted like a synthwave hybrid, like a rocky, poppy, hybrid. And then I feel like I was trying to kind of invent like Midwest emo wave a little bit.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe there'll be a little more of that like in the future.
Yes.
But
I'm here for you. I'm here for you on that.
Yeah, I feel like with Vampires, I was like, well, my husband wrote that guitar loop. And then
sweet.
I was like, I need a Midwest emo. I'm like not good at that stuff. So I was like, can you write? That's like the one thing I wanted to write and produce everything myself for that whole EP. But I did outsource the Midwest emo from my husband.
Right. Well, forgivable.
Yeah. Go you.
Forgivable. No, I love a good, I love when you make music, right? And you have like a really good song that you like, and then there's somebody that can add something extra to it that makes it even more awesome, right? And and then when it might be a little different because I assume he was recording it like in your studio setup with you, but when you're working with people that aren't with you, and then you get that email with the stems, and they're like, "Oh, check this out," and it fits perfectly. It is just like such a cool feeling, and it brings the song to like a totally different sound that you never thought of in your head. At least for me, anyways.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, it's very fun. And Dom, you just had kind of a similar experience to that going on recently, right? With your new song coming out that came out yesterday.
Yeah, it came out yesterday. It was weird because like when I put it together, I was originally going to just be like another instrumental.
Yeah.
And then I kept listening back to it, and I'm like, I'm gonna hit up Gemini because I feel like he would do like really well with this.
Yeah.
And then
phenomenal singer.
And then originally it was going to be a collaboration with just Shred, and then it was going to be just Shred throwing guitar over an instrumental, and then it was just kind of weird how it all happened, like I said, because like when I sent it out to Gemini, I was like, here, we can structure this however you want, and then he didn't even want the structure changed, and then we just went with like this very kind of unorthodox way of like doing a it's more progressive, I guess, than anything else, but it does loop back. But anyways, my point though is it just kind of took on its own life, like a snowball effect, kind of thing. And then eventually just, add more people.
Right. And then you gave it to Tholos, who's like, I'll fix everything. Don't worry.
Dude, he crushed it. Dude. He crushed it. Like, he made it. I don't know what he does, but he made that thing. It was, I don't know. It's just it was weird, like how he did it. Like when he sent me back like the final version, I was like, what? I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, everyone will hear it later if they haven't heard it yet, because it's in our list. But so when did you start working on this album? Because I wasn't aware when it came out, and I first heard about you through Jay from Drumwave, and then I looked into your stuff and I was like, oh my god, and then that's when I reached out to you originally and started talking and stuff. But when did this all kind of start?
So I had a wave of delusion around April that I thought I could do it. And I had gone, it was like, it was a great month. It was like, I felt like I just kept saying like, oh, one day I'll do this. And then I just like wouldn't for the last like probably honestly 10 years.
Wow.
And then I went, it was like, there was like the Time Cop show, the Ollie Ride show. Like there were like a bunch of like artists that I love in a matter of like a month or maybe 2 in Chicago. And I came home, I think it was like right after Ollie Ride. And I was like, I could do that. You know, I had a couple drinks and I was like, oh yeah, I'll just like sit down at the computer. So I came home, I was like, you know, sitting here and I like opened the computer. I'm like, I've never used Logic in my life. Like I had never done anything. I've always just been forced to sing, and everybody's always been like, shut up and sing, look pretty and sing. Like,
sure.
I mean, I was signed to a label before that was very much like, you can't do anything but like stand there and sing and look good. And you know,
people say that to me all the time too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they're like make people like you and like that's it and leave it to us. You know, so I just kind of like was like, okay. I asked my husband, I'm like, what do we have like on the computer? He was like, oh, we have Logic. Like, you know, you can watch some YouTube videos. And in the matter of like April, I wrote. It was like, honestly, probably close to 12 songs, but I scrapped a lot of them because they were really bad. Because I didn't know what I was doing. You know, like, it was my first time with any production. I didn't even know what to get. I just got like everything from Baby Audio. I was like, well, we'll just do that.
I love Baby Audio.
And, yeah, and Vice Drums.
Yes.
So I was like, this is what we're doing. So I wrote them all. I met Jay in that time frame and kind of was like, all right, we're gonna both do this, and we're gonna do this unrealistic expectation of like 5 songs by the end of 1 month. And you know, and I did it. I actually was really shocked I did it. And then I got lost because I'm like, I don't know how to mix. I'm not amazing with like the sound design yet. It's not even been a year. And I sent it off to my friend Balance, who mixed and mastered and did some like little sound design and like kind of like quantized and fixed things that I missed because, you know, first time doing it.
Sure.
Yeah. And then it was out in October, which was the goal. I mean, so I did it like April, probably to like end of May. And then that was it. I just sent it to him and was like, no rush, you know, let's just like do this by October. And he got them to me and I released my Halloween EP. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's your story kind of matched my experience over the last year and a half until the point where you were like, and then I just finished it and I got it out on time. because like I got real motivated for this third album I'm doing, and I got like most of the songs done or mostly done or the skeleton of the song done.
You got a lot of life changes though too.
Yeah. And then a bunch of stuff happened in like real life and stuff, and it's still at that point. But this is the year, and I'm not going to say when I want to get it done by, but I'm now reliving that same thing we were just talking about, where I have
just keep thinking about like
a time
where he's like, it's our time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I have a time where it's going to be done. So I'll tell you about it after, and then you can yell at me if it's not out or something.
Yeah, I love to
like,
yell at people. I love to like. I always am like, set a timeline, tell me, and I'll yell at you until you do it.
Right. Yeah, like, that's what I need. Dom, as you can tell from our talk, he's just so nice to me all the time that he wouldn't even bring it up. He would just be like, "You do you, brother. I'm with you."
Oh,
right.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, you take your time. The music takes as long as it takes. I always, you know, that's how I feel. I was gonna say, damn it, I had something. It's gone. It's in the ether again.
This has been great so far, by the way.
Yeah, you know what? It's like it's early onset dementia. Apparently, I'm suffering from today.
Yeah, right. Just today, right? Just today. That's the way that we work. So yeah, I forget how I first heard that song from Jay. I mean, he might have given me an early preview of it, and I remember being like, "Yo, who is this?" You know, because the name is cool. Beachdolls is a cool name, and your voice is really good. And, you know, as an artist myself, I'm always looking for singers. So when I see this kind of stuff for somebody I don't know, I'm, you know, in like investigation mode on Instagram or whatever, or like
we're immediately suspicious.
Right? No. I wasn't actually suspicious of that. That is true, though. You bring it up, though, because like there are some times where I hear singers and like, you know, I become like the Futurama sus meme, you know, with like the squinty eyes. And I'm like, let me do some research into this. But that was not you. And then, you know, like I said before, then I found that EP. And a lot of the stuff on the EP is, well, like I like all the songs. The art and everything is really cool. The whole design is really well done. And that's impressive for someone's first kind of release into the community. And then when you're like, oh, I've been doing music in the past or whatever, that made more sense to me. You know what I mean? Because there's sometimes people release these like accidental bangers, and you're like, "How'd you do that?" And they're like, "I don't know, I just pressed some keys." You know, and then other times you talk to people, and they're like, "Oh, I've been doing music for like 25 years," and you're like, "Oh, okay,
yeah,
I get it."
Yeah, literally, it's like, no, yeah, I've been doing this since I was probably about 15, and I signed to Atlantic at 17, and had to basically wait out my 360 deal. So that's why this took so long.
Gotcha.
Like, just waiting out a deal and waiting to be able to release what I want to release.
I was gonna say the thing that motivates me is just self-hatred. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. That too. Yep. That helps.
Right. Right. You got to get that motivation from somewhere. Right. You just look at yourself in the mirror and be like, everyone hates you.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the way.
I think that's healthy though. Well, if you think everything you do is good, I'm skeptical. Like I'm
then
like,
I'd be Kanye,
everything.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kanye,
yeah.
Right.
Like I write a lot of garbage that I throw away. You know, it's like that's normal. I think.
Oh yeah. If everything you place, you're like another gem, and then you're like, I can't wait for the world to experience that. You know, that attitude is never good. And I'll get like that with some songs sometimes. You know, like when you're working on a song, and like my routine is like I'll work on a song, I'll bounce it out, I'll listen to it in headphones and like pace around, and like I'll be like, oh man, this is so good. Oh, I can't wait to this. Maybe it'd be great if we put this here, that here, and then like I'll go to bed, I'll wake up the next morning and listen to it in my car and be like, no, this is going. This is going.
Yeah.
This is going.
We make music for the poorest.
Right. Yeah. So I think we all got to go through that experience a little bit. It's it's hard to like settle on a song and then come back and you're like, no, I feel the same way about it as I did when I was writing it. Because I don't know, when you get into that rhythm, I think you kind of ignore things or you hear stuff that's not there. Like it will sound like this, you know, like that. Do you ever experience that kind of thing where it's almost like you're hearing instruments that aren't there yet, and then when you listen back fresh, you're like, oh, you know, it's not as good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like a phenomenon. Like I remember,
it's like the delusion. It's like I don't know. It's like sometimes I'll even hear like a run and think I tracked it, and then I'm like, wait, what was I doing yesterday? Like, was I just tired?
Right. I'm doing this remix right now, and the mix and everything is not good. Right, it's just kind of like badly leveled out, so I can listen to it. And there was a guitar note that was held out, and it was kind of like the just some aspect of the note hit the exact same sound as like the guy's voice. And in my mind, I thought that I had somehow worked in a sample of him holding a note, like I just kind of, it was just there or whatever, and it was not true. And now I've been trying to figure out how I can recreate that because it sounded so like amazing to me.
Well, I think as musicians, we are all slightly insane. You know what I mean? So like
a little bit.
We've talked about this before. I think it was Miami Nights who said it, but like there are times where I'm writing music and I swear somebody's talking to me. Like I'll have to like pause what I'm doing and I'm like, did somebody say something? Like, because it'll hit like a certain note or frequency that sounds like my kids or my wife or whatever. And like I'm like, hold on a second. Like, all right. And it's been like that my whole life.
I've actually stopped a song when I'm working on it because it sounds like my daughter's voice yelling my name.
Right. You're like, wait a second.
I'm like, hello? And no one's there, and I'm like, oh.
Nobody's there. You're like, oh,
nuts.
yeah, she's at school.
Right, I'm just insane. My bad. Anyways, back to the bleep bloops.
Anyways, back to talking to myself. No problem.
Yeah, it's just so wild, you know, talking to people on here and the different experiences that people have, but not only different, but all the same experiences everyone seems to have, like that kind of thing we're talking about right now. It really is kind of a shared thing a lot of artists go through, I think. Like production is such like a wild experience, and I know there's some people that just sit down and do it. That's never been me. It's just weird back and forth and like, you know, coming up with ideas and checking it with people, and it's probably unhealthy.
It's traumatic. It really is. No, it's traumatic because like you put yourself, like I feel like we all put ourselves like in these like ridiculous positions to where we're like the expectations that our expectations of everyone else's expectations are so exceedingly high compared to what like other people like, I don't know, like just think about whatever, you know what I mean? You put something out like, this is really good, and you're like, and
right.
Yeah, it's so true.
and it's your favorite song because, and you're like, well, I didn't say that, but
just keep going. Like, keep going. Right. Tell me more.
I assume you noticed the zither in the background. I put a ton of reverb on it for effect, and yeah, that made the track.
I don't know if you noticed
the
BA1 that I added.
Oh man, yeah. Is that what you use, Jess? Is BA1
for
a
lot of stuff? I do love BA1.
I love it.
I do. I use it a lot, and I feel like I've found a lot of fun little things for it. And
yes.
Scoured Reddit for little exciting. It's for little exciting tips. I really do love it. And I did use a lot of the synth, for Werewolves. Werewolves was the first song I did and finished in a day.
Yeah.
And it was mostly synth, and then when my friend Balance was going over it, we kind of he had to switch some stuff up a little bit with it, because he was like, yeah, you don't want to just straight up use that sound everyone's gonna have.
Right.
I was like, that's such a good point. I didn't think that through on my first song I've ever done. I was like, yes, thank you for the advice. I didn't even know what I was missing. It was just it was crazy. It was such an experience. But yeah, lots of BA1, lots of synth on my stuff for the first round. Now I have Diva. Now I've progressed.
Right.
It's getting better.
Right.
I love Baby Audio.
You'll come back.
Just get through. You won't need anything else.
Baby Audio's BA1 is probably my favorite synth, and it's my go-to where I have everything memorized on it. Where I'll be in something else searching through 1,000 sounds. I'd be like, but this I know where this is in BA1, and it sounds really good. So I'll just go back and put that in. I'll be like, next time I'll do this other one. Right?
Yeah.
But hey, we're past the half hour, which is usually our cutoff time, so we got to move on to this next block. If there's nothing else you guys have to say before we do, and then we'll come back in about 13 minutes. It looks like. Is that okay with everyone?
Cool.
Dom, have you died?
No, absolutely not. It's not okay.
I don't know why I feel this need to ask people instead of just progressing it's a show.
Dude, it's our show, dude. We play music. You don't need to ask. Just be all right, everybody, shut up. It's music time.
It is baked into me. I think with my Canadian heritage to make sure everyone's okay.
He needs to make sure everybody's
feeling happy.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. There you go.
This is This is actually why I think you and I are good friends and always going to be best friends. Okay, is because if everyone else is okay around me, it doesn't matter. I'm fine then.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's I'm not really concerned so much with my happiness as much as I am just making sure that everyone around me is fine.
All right, we're a good team then.
Yeah, that's why. Nice. Because right there, you guys be happy. I could be depressed, but as long as you're happy, then I'm good.
Right. Okay. Well, let me know if you're depressed before you call, so I can happy it up a bit. You know what I mean?
No, never. I'm always gonna I'm like the clown painting. You know what I mean? I'm a happy clown on the outside.
Right, there you go. And speaking of that, let's move on to the terrible transitions, right? But hey, Dom, your song is the last song in this block too. So excited
the last one?
Yeah, the last one before we come back.
Just mess with you. No, thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah. No problem. So moving on, the first one is the new one by Light Source. Here we go.
myself. Well, I'm lost in thoughts of you. So I burn to the filter. Yeah, I burn to the filter. Stay with me for one more night. Then go and let the daylight draw your line. Well, I know it hurts you just as much as me, but stay with me. Stay with me. These glasses won't refill themselves. Yeah, my tears don't taste as sweet as they do when I need you. As they do when I need you. And you say it's the end. Why does it have to end? But you say it's the end. Why can't we just pretend? But I'm not ready yet. No, I'm not ready yet. But I'm not ready yet. No, I'm not ready yet. Stay with me for one more night. Then go and let the daylight draw your line. Well, I know it hurts you just as much as me, but stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me for one more night. Then go and let the daylight draw your line. Well, I know it hurts you just as much as me, but stay with me. Stay with me.
And we're back. What a great track. We have no applause thing on here. There you go. Can you hear this? That's for you, Dom.
No, I got applause. Hold on. I got.
Sounds like applause from a TV in the back of your room, but I'll take it.
That's what it's from. I cued it real
Right.
quick. I paused it on TiVo.
TiVo. Hell yeah. No, dude, great
No, but I was
track.
gonna
Gemini,
say
great track. And Shred and Tholos as well.
The funny thing about that is that when I originally wrote it, I named the track "Stay With Me," and I was like, you don't have to
Stay with me?
name the track what I named it. You know what I mean? And then like he came back with the most excellent vocals. And,
Yep.
and I immediately was like, this is not good enough yet. Like, so I don't know how long, maybe Gemini can tell how long it took, but it took me a while to really like kind of like figure out what we were going to do with that whole track.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're a total nightmare is what you're saying?
I am. Well, when it comes to vocal tracks, because like I set a very high, I set a very high standard for myself. So it's like I really want
I appreciate I can joke with you like this, and you just keep going. You just keep going.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, you can dog on me. I dog on myself. I don't care. So, and I was gonna say though is that like, I just I just try to make sure that track was like, at least keeping up with the vocals that he sent me, because I don't know. Like when he sent that back, I was like, oh shit.
Right. Oh no, what am I going to do?
So good.
Yeah, the music is not as good as the vocals. I was like, this is not working yet. I got to fix this stuff.
Right. Well, yes, congrats. That's a great song. Like I was saying in the chat, I said it reminds me of a song that I had loved in the past and forgot about and just heard again. You like that kind of stuff?
It does have a very old feel.
I don't know. It's got an excellent vibe to it. So anyways,
enough about me. I don't want to talk about me.
The praise train is over now.
Yeah, please stop.
I'm getting a bunch of flowers delivered to the house now with a bunch of cards for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be dead flowers I send to your house. Like stop. That's all the notes. Just say that.
It's from like world leaders and stuff like that. It's like we've heard
enough.
All right. So, anyway, so we are back. I just wanted to make sure you knew I love the track. So we are, speaking of great tracks, and that's a great transition. We are moving. The next block is where we are going to start Beachdolls stuff and stuff that you brought. And we are. One thing I always like to do is talk before we do this about the songs. How kind of if there's stuff you can say about how you wrote them, what they're about, or if there's any funny stories connected with them of any kind. Is that kind of, do you have stuff like that for these songs, or is it just kind of like I just wrote these or whatever?
I don't even know which ones you picked.
This
is exciting for me.
I picked vampires, werewolves, and then As the World Turns.
Awesome. Yeah.
So I love the whole EP, like I said, and then that's not just somebody hosting a show being nice. I really do. And I worked it, like when I got it, I worked in every track to every show, just randomly throughout the
Which
thing.
is so nice. It's so nice because I really appreciate it. I was really scared. It's scary to enter a new genre and kind of be like, yes, I've been a fan so long, but now here I am putting myself out there.
Yep.
And I didn't know if it'd be received because I know, it's like I have ears. It's not true synthwave. It's very hybrid. It's got some unique, things in it and some really not traditional things. Even like the drums, I stayed more rocky.
Yep.
Like we did a lot. It was all with intention, but I think that in the beginning, like some of the feedback I got, it was like not like people thought I didn't know what I wanted to be, and I was like, no, it's on purpose.
Right,
it's there.
Yeah, no, it has the same kind of energy, and like you and Drumwave coming together for this was like a match made in heaven, right? Because that's the same kind of vibe I get from his stuff, where it's not ultra traditional. Like that ultra traditional 2014 synthwave sound, in the best way, mind you. I love it, and I feel the same way about your kind of sound that you have too.
Yeah, I wanted to and I also just feel like, I think I love synthwave so much, but I feel like, and I think everybody does, like I think that every single person on earth likes something about synthwave, but they might not know it.
Yeah.
Like they might not know what it is. They might not know what, like people hear certain things and they're like, oh, I love this. Like, I don't know what is this? Like, I don't understand why I like it. And it's like, well, who doesn't like nostalgia and, a beautiful track, something relaxing and calming, or, like the way that emotion is conveyed through synthwave is so cool.
And just think about how many people like the Stranger Things soundtrack, right? That have no connection with synthwave. They don't even know what it is, but they're like, oh, I love the music in this. That kind of a thing.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's very emotive. You know what I mean? The music is very emotive. But I was going to say, it's also important to not pigeonhole yourself into one thing, and that's good to be diverse in what you do, because then you're not setting an expectation for listeners to where they're like, okay, I know that I'm going to get this one thing. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, for sure.
It's good. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So with vampires, like my lore from my old band, and I had moved to California and it was not very fun, and I had like a horrible time. So I feel like there was that point, I feel like a lot of people that have lived somewhere and then are like, oh my god, I hate it.
Yeah.
Like they go back home, it's like you think that that's gonna solve the problem. Like, so with vampires, like the whole thing's like a concept EP, metaphors with spooky things, like because there was a point where I feel like, you know, when you're going through it and you're like, oh my God, my life is like literally a horror movie. Like I can't get out of this.
Right.
So yeah, I wanted it to, you know, be like kind of like a, I don't know what people expected, but I think that with vampires in particular, like that song meant a lot to me. I know I told you guys I did a lot of little petty things in it by making certain parts of it a little too long, and I knew they were, but it's like I felt like I deserved the space, and I wanted people to have to listen.
Yeah.
So I did do some little things in there I might not have done, you know, again.
So
but
that was already going to be on the list. If sometimes guests will be like, you just pick, you know, what your favorites are, that kind of stuff. So that was already going to be on the list. And then when I heard more about it, I was like, I'm very glad that was already going to be on the list.
Yeah, and I love this song. This is like my Midwest emo wave. Like I was like, I need something that shows like very Chicago, very Midwestern, but just that emotion of like, I was hoping people would cry when they heard it, because I'm like, I want people to know that it's not like a, you know, a singular thing. You don't go home and everything that you've encountered and experienced just goes away. Like you don't forget.
Yeah. Right.
And I felt like I hadn't heard anybody really write about it in that way. So it's like, okay, I want to do that. Werewolves is just like a smutty song about Twilight, to be honest. Like I felt like I love the Wolfman. I'm obsessed. Like I'm a big Wolfman fan and big Twilight fan. So I actually realized my dog had never seen Twilight, and I was like, oh, that seems like a crime.
Right.
So I like sat down with my dog, I made her watch Twilight, and then I went downstairs and wrote Werewolves. That's the first one I did.
Right. And then you made your dog decide what team they were on. Right.
I did.
And it was very serious.
You know, it was very serious, but like it's very obvious that she is Team Jacob, you know? Like she is a dog. So yeah, and then As the World Turns, I just love that song so much. I heard that instrumental.
Yeah.
I was like, I said, like, what do you have, you know, like, that you've scrapped? It kind of became like, what are you throwing away? Because maybe I can do something. And he was like, well, I got this one. It's not really my vibe. And I think I wrote it in like 30 minutes. Like, it was just like, it came to me and I loved it. I loved it so much. Everything about it.
I remember hearing that on that Instagram live you guys did, and it made me like the song even more, because the fact that Jay was like, I don't know, just throw this one in the bin or whatever, and it's turned into like one of my favorite songs that's come out in recent time. That's a great story. What was that word I kept trying to remember yesterday? Redemption arc, right? You know, that's kind of like the song was almost in the trash, and now I listen to it all the time.
I love to save a song. Like, I love when somebody's like, I have this thing, it's been sitting on my hard drive. I don't know if I like it. I don't know what to do with it. Because that's kind of like what my main career was, like, you know, in my earlier, like when I started music, it was kind of like, okay, like I would hear something a band was doing. I'd go into the studio and I'd be like, all right, well, I think that maybe like we should rearrange this verse, or like, let's add a break in it, or let's do this, or let's do that. Like, I like to go in as like the outsider and be like, okay, how can I make this better or make it what you want?
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Right. And you often, from the outsider, especially with if you have a singer that actually has some skill in sound design, or like, you know, they have a good ear for something and they know what will sound good, they can suggest stuff that if you are in it as like the drummer or the guitar player or the bass player, whatever, you may not even be thinking of. And so I've had that experience in the past too. And now it's kind of like you're doing it with tracks people send you. You know, you're like, actually, I could put this vocal line over this, which would sound incredible. And even the instrumental on this song is great. So I don't know what Jay was thinking, but he
it's so good.
But
it is so good.
Yeah, that the vocal melody and everything over it just brings it to this whole nother level, in my opinion. So
thank you. I love it so much. He killed it.
Right. Yeah. We could go on.
He gave me such a great track to write to, and I'm so glad that he did that, because it's kind of like I was kind of getting burnt out after doing that EP like so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's hit the point where I was like, all right, I need a more like collaborative moment. So that was perfect. And then after, thankfully, people have messaged me and just been like, all right, can you just write a vocal? And I'm like, thank God I can't stare at Logic anymore.
Right.
Like, I need a break. So like, yes, let me write all of your vocals. Like, I will just do that for a minute.
Yeah. And
I needed.
This happens sometimes when singers come on the show. And I forgot to ask you this, but like, singers often get hit up after the show by various artists, or like later after people listen to it, and they're like, "Do you do collabs? Do you do vocals for splits? How much do you charge for like this kind of stuff?" And we've had singers in the past be like, "I don't have time." So if anyone reaches out to you, just say no.
I'm a little burnt out, but I will try. I mean, if I really like a song, it's like I'm very backed up with collabs, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
But I also am like, if it's the right song, as long as people are not on like a really crazy timeline, like I will listen to just about anything. And if it connects, it connects. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, I'm not, judgy, but usually it comes to me right away. And if it doesn't, then it's like, well, maybe it will for someone else.
Right. And that's true. I mean, I've worked on tracks before where I was working with a singer and she was like, I'm not feeling it. I can't come up with anything for it. And then I got with somebody else, and it's one of my favorite things I've ever made. And it just worked out. It's like the universe put it together, and that's the way it happens sometimes. And when somebody doesn't feel it, somebody else does, I guess. So
absolutely. And it's not like a personal thing either. Sometimes I feel bad because it's like, it's not personal. It's not that I hate the track. It just doesn't always like click. And I like to work fast. I like to, get my ideas out there. So sometimes I like being stumped once in a while because then it's fun and it's like a challenge. But if it's all the time, then I'm like, oh my God, then I just like need a break.
Right. Yeah, it's the same with collabs, or not collabs, I'm sorry, remixes. If somebody asks you to do a remix, and there's two things I'll run into. Like, either I have this idea and I'll do it, or the other experience is I don't think I can remix this song in a way that will make it better than the actual song. Not better, but like different, like to mix it in a way where it makes sense to do a remix. Like, this song does not need that because it's already so awesome. And nothing I could do would make it worth listening to versus the original. I've had that a few times when people ask, which is kind of a compliment to them, right? Like, I am not, good enough to make this to a different level than your amazing track is already. So it's kind of similar, I guess. But
I think that's a huge compliment to the song, almost, when it's like, this is perfect. There's nothing I can do to change it. Like, I feel like that's nice in a way.
Right, right. Like, you want me to just put a drum and bass loop behind it? I can do that, whatever. I know I would never do that, but you know what I'm saying. But anyways, let's, if you don't have anything else, let's move on to listening to these three, and then we can come back after and talk about what's coming up next. So this first one up is Vampires by Beachdolls.
Strange occurrences are sweeping across our quiet suburbs this week, prompting authorities to issue an unusual but urgent advisory. Stay indoors after dark. Rumored vampires have been seen lurking about, looking for anyone vulnerable enough to let them in. Witnesses describe the suspects as pale, well-dressed individuals, a hypnotic stare, and a taste for blood. Linda Avery spoke with one local woman who claims she came face-to-face with one of these so-called creatures. Let's hear from her now. Linda?
All across the night sky, they whispered to me from the city. Skyscrapers and bright lights. There were angels, and they guide me towards the lake. The rumble of the static
And we are back. Dom, are you back with us yet? Dom had to step out for a sec. Oh, there you are. Excellent songs, as we've talked about a million times. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, like, and I like, it's funny. It's a different experience listening to it on a show with people. It's even better to chat it up with people about the music and everything while you're listening to it. I really enjoy that.
It's so cool.
Yeah, and
everyone's so nice.
Well, I especially with like the kind of music. I mean, it's easy, because it's so good. But this EP of yours, I was just thinking when we were listening to this. There's friends I have, right, that aren't into synthwave, and I keep trying to get them into it, that kind of stuff. And so whenever I really like an album, I'll send it to them, for whatever service they use, like Apple Music or whatever. I'll be like, you have to check this out. And they're like, oh, maybe I'll get to it. I'm like, no, please, just check this out. Your EP was one of the ones that I sent over. And actually the song that you did with Jay as well. So... And when I get a reply back like, wow, this isn't so bad, that's how I know I've won. Because they're not, right, they're not fans. Right, they don't hate it, which means it's 100% victory for me. One step closer. So.
Yeah, it's the best. And I always just want to share the genre, but it's hard.
What'd you say? It's something about genre?
I always want to share the genre with people, but it is hard when they don't know what to expect. They don't know what they are listening to.
Saying synthwave to people is a hard thing to say sometimes, because you say it to somebody who doesn't know what it is, and they just look at you like you got like a squirrel growing out of your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
That.
Well, it's also interesting if it's somebody who isn't into music, like these people I'm talking about, they know what synthwave is. They're they understand it and everything. But if you talk to somebody that has no idea, it's interesting to hear back what they think the genre is, because they're not thinking, oh, it's this kind of nostalgic retro thing made with modern music today and blah blah blah. They're not thinking like that. They're like, oh, this is like an industrial song, or something like that. It's always curious to hear their confused reply to what this is. Not your stuff specifically, I just meant in general.
Yeah, no, but you're right, because recently I was trying to get someone into synthwave, and they were like, oh, this is it was something kind of almost yes but no. They were like, oh, it's like Rob Zombie, and I was like, no, but kind of. I was like, I guess aspects of it.
Right, it does have drums. You're right. I mean, they both have drums.
It's just such a broad brush in the first place, though, so it's really tough to really nail down what because you could really call anything that has synths in it synthwave. So.
Yeah.
Well, there might be some people that would argue with you on that.
Obviously, I'm just saying that
for the friendship show.
You could argue that, is what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
Outside looking in, it's I don't know if people can tell the difference when they've only heard a little bit of it. They're like, oh yes, this is that thing from that movie, and I'm like, oh, kind of, I guess.
Yeah, no, I think I get a lot from people is sounds like Stranger Things. So I think Stranger Things has helped the community out a lot in that way, bringing that sound to the masses. My dad knows about it, that kind of a thing, where he doesn't know what synthwave is, that kind of thing, but he knows it sounds like Stranger Things. So that's good in a sense.
I was gonna say the most awkward thing is telling another adult, parent. You know what I'm saying? That because my daughter will randomly bring it up to people. And then the parents oh, you make music? And I go, yep.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to talk about it.
Don't ask me what kind. What do you play? I play.
Don't ask me the name. Don't ask me these things, because it's going to make me feel weird.
I'm in an 80s cover band.
I play the everything. I play the everything, and I do the everything, and it sounds like everything.
What kind of music do you like? That's what I play. Whatever you like is is what I'm into. I just want to get out of this conversation and pull my parachute, and float down. Yeah, and it's always somebody, my daughter's done this to me as well, but it's always somebody you're talking to, and it's you guys are talking about hobbies they have or whatever, and your hobby never makes sense. Not that music's a hobby, but this is what I'm saying.
No,
it's
right.
You're talking about, and they're like, oh, what do you do? This is my day job, and then I do, I repair cars or something. I work on this car that I really love or something, and it's what do you do?
Something that actually makes sense, and then you're like, I make bleep bloop.
Right, I make synthwave music. What is that? Blah blah blah, and you just go, and then by the end you're just it's I don't know, name an 80s band you like. That's it, just like that, just like Diana Ross or whatever, just whatever comes up. You know, but you can hook people in like that sometimes, where it's like, you know, this 80s pop song, it's made with similar instruments in the background of this. You know, that kind of a thing. So that's what I've said before to people, like, oh, you know, like, you know, early 90s Janet Jackson or whatever, you know, like I use like emulation of that keyboard, you know, in some of my music.
It depends on how old the person is you're talking to, because or like what they're into, because like I've had to several times be like, okay, you know that like new Taylor Swift song with Post Malone in it, kind of like that, I guess.
Yeah, for a hot second, some of these pop stars were leaning into that kind of heavier synth sound. And
Doja Cat, love Doja Cat.
And for a minute, I could use that as a reference. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of like this. You know, like that.
I think it serves its purpose, and it does really well if it's done right. You know what I mean? Like if you can get, you know, just the right vibe or whatever, it can go pretty far. But that goes with any music, right?
For sure.
I guess that just, you know, it's just like our style is we all prefer to do something that sounds older, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but also I've brought this up before, but Synthwave is special in this sense. At least I don't know if it's just my generation or not, or like people within all of our generations, you know, within the 20 years. But you know, it really does like tickle some sort of part of your brain that brings back a feeling of nostalgia from like your childhood. Even people born in like the early 2000s, they were exposed to that 90s media, at least even early 90s media on television and movies and stuff like that they'd watch with their family. And it really does give you a feeling of happiness. For me it does. And I've heard that definitely from a lot of other people.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think it brings back those like happy feelings.
Yeah.
It does make you feel good, and that's good. I mean, I'm just saying that it's like one of those things where you're really, I don't even really know how to really like. It's just I like how each person, no matter what they're doing music wise, will touch on something. Like, you know, when you find somebody who writes something very well, and then you kind of stumble upon it, and then you're like, wow, this is, you know, like I don't even know how to like it. I like music that just transcends any genre, kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's just whatever makes sense to you, I think.
Right.
And I have some friends that like don't like synthwave, but they like certain songs, but they wouldn't like make that broadly into synthwave, right? But you know, certain songs land because they're good, and that's just the way stuff works. But that's actually an excellent transition, because I'm just noticing the time here. So as everybody knows, if you're new to the show, I'll mention this. We offer each guest to be able to bring influences or other things they want to promote or whatever if they choose to. And you've brought 3 really cool songs with you. And these are all influences to you, right? Or stuff that inspires you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I found the first one I said, the Starletta song, like I found Starletta like right after my EP, and I was like, oh my God, had I found this artist before this EP, like I don't know what I would have sounded like. Like it's almost like I didn't know that these things could be done. And I mean, I know I gave you like the more synthy tracks, but like he's like country, synthwave, like it's just such a cool hybrid.
It's an interesting hybrid. Yeah.
Amazing voice.
I got the whole EP, and it's really good.
It's so good.
Cashew was just like, hey, should I just grab this whole thing? You're like, yes. And I'm like, I'm really glad I did. Because
I love it.
Yeah,
it's like perfect to me. I'm like, this is just amazing. It's got a variety. It shows talent. It shows everything. Like so good. I mean, I know I told you New Arcades and The Endearing.
Yep.
The Endearing is one of my absolute favorite artists, like ever. I feel like I got into like The Endearing a couple of years ago and was like, this is just such a talented human being and friend, and now we've worked on some stuff.
Yeah, and that whole album this is on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
So good. No, and the
whole album is great.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Like it's all just so good. So I was like, well, I love them both, so we'll do the song of them together. And then I really love Jupiter Station, and I feel like they deserve all the flowers, and everybody needs to know who they are. And I feel like that's they're more for the fans of the Midnight. Like I feel like I love the Midnight. I can't get enough of the Midnight. I think everyone kind of feels that way. And then when I found Jupiter Station, I was like, oh, the vibes are like, it like scratches the itch of between the Midnight albums. Now I have Jupiter Station, and like this is perfect.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised myself, because Dave sent it to me, and I was like, yeah, I mean, it is legit. Like it's legit good. Like because like I was fully expecting it to be like I don't know, like because I've never heard of it or anything like that, and it was just I'm always like suspicious of every music now, like of every musician I ever meet, and I'm just like, I don't know. Like, so I heard it and I was like, dude, this is legit really good.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
It is excellent, and you need to message them and tell them to get a Bandcamp going or something. I know you said they're very casual, but still, they gotta get more attention.
I think they're trying to do more in the new year. It seemed like I think they made a post being like, all right, we might actually pursue this because people like it, but I just think it's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, and
so I'm excited to share these.
Right, yeah. See, I love doing that too. I love showing people music that I like, that I hope they will like. You know, like that kind of a thing. And that's kind of what led to me starting the show. But these are 3 songs that, if you haven't heard any of these, I'm very excited to share with everybody. And so we are perfect time, right at 11:30. So let's move on to this next block, and then we will be back right after. All right, talk to you in a bit.
I see you in the dark, a monster.
into the shadow. Are you afraid? Are you afraid? There's a presence there, eyes all shining. Is it something strange? Is it something strange? Maybe I fit in with the creatures, 'cause I only come out at night. I'm going through a ghost town. There's nothing here but loneliness. 100 vacant hotels, cruising along on a dark night. Nothing but neither headlights in the road. Behind the glow, wheels are turning on the open road, on the open road. Maybe I fit in with the creatures, 'cause I only come out at night. It's midnight and the moon is a feature, painting the city white. I'm going through a ghost town. There's nothing here but loneliness, loneliness, baby. 100 vacant hotels, cruising along on a dark night. Nothing but neither headlights in the road. Maybe I fit in with the creatures, 'cause I only come out at night. Midnight and the moon is a feature, cruising along on a dark night. Nothing but neither headlights in the road.
And we're back. And excellent picks. I thought that when you first sent them over. And
It's not done yet for me, Dave.
I can absolutely see the midnight connection with that. And even in the chat, they were saying that it even sounds like them, like the voice, like Tyler's voice in parts of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so I got to check out more of their stuff. It was like getting late, and I didn't. And since they're not on Bandcamp, I didn't. I wasn't able to hear the full thing, so I'm gonna definitely do a deep dive into them. And I'm glad that I always feel silly when you're like, hey, this song is so amazing, and I listen to it all the time, and then I've never heard of it, and then we play it in the chat, and everyone's like, my favorite, and I'm like, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
I missed out. I missed the day.
Yeah, but they're lying. You know what I mean? They're obviously lying. It's fine.
Right. It's so easy to miss stuff. You know what I mean? It's like something will come out, or there'll be like an Instagram thing or something, or you'll see someone's playlist. If you just blink, you miss stuff sometimes. So that's one of the things I love about this. When people bring their influences, I actually learn about a lot of new music, even stuff that's been around for 10 years. And I'm like, wow, I somehow never came across this. So excellent stuff. And I can see some of the influence for sure. They're definitely all really catchy. But yeah, so Jupiter Station, if you're listening, definitely get your stuff up on Bandcamp, and looking forward to what they have coming up next. So we have 7 minutes left in the show, believe it or not. Has this felt fast to you, Jess?
Really flew by.
Yeah. It really is fast. 10 to 10:30 goes real fast, and then for me it feels slow, and then like 11, yeah, there it is, like 11:10 to like the end of the show feels like ultra quick. So it's like, this is like the vibe for me every week. So before we get too late, is there stuff that you want to promote that is coming out in the near future? Anything you want to talk about what you're doing next?
Yeah, sure. So I'm working on like a million collaborations. There's a lot, like,
aren't we all? I understand.
Like 10 to 15 at the moment. I don't know when any of them are coming out, except for the next one, which will be in 2 weeks with Rogue VHS. I believe it's on the 23rd. It's
Fantastic.
Friday. And I'm really excited. It's called Disappear, and it's really fun. And it was really cool to work with Rogue VHS because He was one of those people that like denied me on Submit Hub, but then messaged me and was like, okay, I actually really do like your stuff. It just doesn't really fit.
Yeah.
Like
that guy, by the way,
something.
that guy has helped out so many people in the community. And it very often when I'm talking with people, they're like, yeah, then, I was talking with Rogue VHS and then he helped me with this or whatever. So yeah, a lot of respect for him. And his music is really good too. I mean, like that's a secondary thing too, right? Oh, and you also make amazing tracks. so win-win.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I thought you hated me. And he was like, no, not at all. He's like, I'm just like that. And I was like,
never
oh, okay.
had a conversation with that guy. I swear. I've always wanted to. I keep meaning to reach out, but I've never done it. I should.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome. So nice, so helpful. I love it.
So 10 to 15. Normally when people are like, I got a bunch of things planned, it's like 5. You really do have a bunch of things planned. I mean, that is a half a year at least, right? Or whatever. I don't know how fast you work.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems like I'm wondering if things will be coming out like end of the year. But yeah, it's like I feel like I have. I mean, like last year I did a couple of collabs that are not out yet, like mainly for people's albums and stuff. So whenever those albums are done and come out, those songs will be out. I don't know when that is. So there's a couple from last year that kind of have carried over, and then I think I already have like 5 things going maybe for this year. So,
but any original Beachdolls stuff, or are you kind of in the collab stuff?
I'm in the middle of like 3 songs that are half done that I keep like taking on collabs and not getting to finishing them. But hopefully I can get something done in the next couple weeks of my own
for like February.
Oh, something just switched over on your voice, I think. Hello. Hello? Yeah, you're Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Perfect timing, right?
Yeah, it went into ultra mode for some reason.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Am I back?
We can hear you. You're back.
Yeah, all of a sudden you were just like, I'm like, whoa.
Right.
Yeah, I think my AirPods just like died, and then now we're on the phone. But
well, it is perfect timing though during the end of the show, right? So so no
awesome.
problem.
Well, thanks for having me.
We know they got a battery life of about 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
so
you were saying
I did charge them, I swear.
you were saying that you do have, so you are working on what you said, 3 songs for original Beachdolls stuff, and then
a billion
like
3
collabs
in the works, and then I just can't say no to these collabs because they're so good.
Right.
So
yeah, that's one thing that's really cool about being a producer.
Be prepared.
Be a producer who's also a singer, right? Because you have so many talents and stuff that you can like lend to other people and stuff. And so when you like a track, you're like, oh, I can sing over this and bring this to a whole nother level. Like I can make this a totally different sound or whatnot, and which is really, really awesome.
I don't want to put vocals on my tracks though, because I don't want to make everyone look bad. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, you don't want to make everyone upset.
I mean, my music's already good enough. You know what I mean? So it's like
it's a humble brag. I'm just saying, just as just helping out the community here by keeping my stuff from being too awesome. I gotcha.
I mean, it's fine. Everyone like, they'll be like, I'll be singing and they'll be like, he smokes for sure.
You're just back there like, check these vocals out.
Right.
That's the sound people are going to want to hear.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's
sorry.
great.
We only have a little bit of time left, so I got to throw in as many jokes as I can.
Right. As many gross out gags as possible right before we get off. So
hell yeah, this is the way.
Yeah. And so that's great. That means that like it's seemingly anyways all year there's going to be stuff kind of trickled out from Beachdolls, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, I sure hope so. I mean, I need to get back on it, but it's been I got a little burnt out. I did so much so fast, and I was like, oh my god, like I need 2 seconds to breathe.
Right. Yeah.
But I also can't stay away. It's like I can't stop. I just it's like a weird balance of like I can't stop. I
have a good feeling
but
about
I should
music
for like a minute, but I can't.
I've got a good feeling about 2026 for music. I don't know what it is. I felt it right when the new year was coming over. I'm feeling more motivated. A lot of cool stuff has already been coming out, and I'm just like, I have a feeling that if one thing can be good this year, I want it to be at least music. So I'm excited about what's coming up.
Let's hope that we can have that.
Right. So before we get off, and real quick, what I'll do, I don't know if you're going to get off right away on Discord or not, but I'll hang up the call. You guys will still be on if you want to talk, but that way you don't have to mute and you won't come through. So when we switch over to music,
Yeah, I mean,
I'll hang that up.
if you want to talk to me, you don't have to. It's fine. I'm not that.
I'm just
you know what I
telling
mean.
you
It's pretty
that
boring.
if I hang up, I'm
like
not just
vanilla.
I'm just not cutting you off. I'm just that way you can talk and it won't come through the show. But normally, Dom and I have been ending the show with 2 of our tracks, which I'm sure people are getting real sick of. But as far as this show goes, I asked you to suggest a couple people you wanted played. So we're ending the show with 2 of your picks for the show this time. Which is cool. We might be doing that as Dom and I both run out of music to play because we don't want to just repeat
Dave
stuff.
runs out very quickly.
Super quick. So, but Jess, thank you so much for coming on. I was really looking forward to this, not only as a fellow Chicago person, but as somebody who I really respect the music you make and everything.
Thank you.
So thank
this
you.
has been so fun.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to have me back. Now you can't get rid of me.
We try.
You beat me.
Yeah.
I was just gonna
You
say
might be the first person to come back. So I mean, it'll be good.
Oh, don't tell Nick that. You're gonna be in trouble. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, we definitely want to have you back on. And hopefully I'll see you in March at the Time Cop show as well.
Yes, absolutely. I will be there. I'm so excited for it.
We got to rally
wait.
the Chicago troops and get them all there. So
I know we have to find more. I know they're out there. I don't know who. Maybe I'll make a post. I tried to make a post. It was like on Christmas or something. So I was like, nobody's going to see this.
Right. So anyways, thank you everybody who's in the chat.
No, anybody
who's listening. Thank you everybody in the chat. Thank you again, Jess. Dom, thank you so much for continuing to do this every Saturday now with
Dude, I wouldn't do this with anybody else, friend. I love you.
I love you too,
and
man.
Jess, I appreciate you being here with us today. And just remember, okay, to be kind to yourself and everyone around you. And I love you all that good stuff.
And thanks again for picking the outro tracks. And here we go. We'll see everybody next Saturday. Later, everyone.